Oh, thank you so much for being with us tonight. It's Thursday. It's the 15th day of the month. That puts us exactly halfway through the month of June. And that puts us weather-wise looking at a bit of an improvement. It's going to calm down just a bit. A slight chance of showers on your Friday and none to speak of on at least the first half of your weekend. Thereafter, things start to get back to that stormy, steamy pattern. Not that it's necessarily going to be cool, because it's not Friday and Saturday, but that moisture and heat will build up into the latter half of your weekend, and we'll see the storm chances start to fire up again. And of course, that will be one of our focal points tonight. I taped the show last night, as I told you, if you're with us early, in an effort to make a 5 o'clock meeting, and that put me behind the desk right about the same time. In the matter of a half an hour, that more than 2 inches of rain fell in parts of McGoffin County and caused some severe flash flooding. We'll talk to someone whose family's home was inundated with water, several inches. At least one home that we've confirmed to have been flooded yesterday, and we'll talk about that weather-related event in more detail in just a few moments. We'll also take a look at Elder Abuse Awareness, a worldwide event today, and how it was recognized here in McGoffin County. A McGoffin County man arrested and held on a $45,000 warrant out of another county. And a quick look at how the Lady Hornet, the first annual Lady Hornet basketball camp, went under head coach Doug Green, and a few other bits of information as well. Weather-wise, I can tell you this, that on this day in history, as the weather, of course, today, as it is most every single day in Kentucky, and especially eastern Kentucky, is a topic of discussion. But on this date back in 1964, an F2 tornado with then wind speeds of 113 to 157 miles per hour tore through Fleming County. It touched down for 10 miles, left behind about $25,000 in damage, as it did strike at least one building, a steel reinforced concrete building with one man inside who was injured, the only injury associated with that tornado. And winds were, as I said, up to 157 miles per hour for that F2 rather. Well, since then the Fujita scale has been revised in recent years, and now an EF2 is 111 to 135 miles an hour. So by today's count, that was even stronger than an F2. The FBI, state police, and several other law enforcement officials converged today on a home, as well as the law office that it sits next to, the law office of fugitive Mr. Social Security Eric C. Kahn. No statements were released today to any of the media as of airtime. However, the FBI has already set a press conference for in the morning in Louisville to update everyone on their investigation into the whereabouts of the attorney. Police cars were seen at the home nearby. We're unsure why. An SUV in the parking lot was also searched. They have been there for hours throughout the morning and afternoon. While we have no official knowledge that the raid is connected to Khan, who is missing, of course, it is well assumed, and we are expected to have an update once again from the FBI on tomorrow. Here's something good to know, and I hope that many of you can help them with their cause, because it's a good one. I got a note from our friend Megan Combs, and Megan has a shop. I could literally throw a rock, and I've got that good of an arm, I think, still. I could throw a rock and hit her shop, should I choose to do so, which I'm not. Nevertheless, Me Time Salon and Spa is just across the road from the newsroom, and she has some local hairdressers all involved in a friendly competition through the month of June, and she's hoping that any other beauty shops will maybe join in. So far, it's Me Time Salon, an added touch here in Sagersville. In Johnson County or Paintsville, it's Glitz and Glam Salon and Cut Loose Salon competing. And what they're doing is hoping to see they're going to see who can raise the most dog or cat food, and then, of course, be donated to the Johnson County Animal Shelter. The winning salon gets a 30-minute massage, and they would really like to win. And we would really like to see you drop off some dog food at either of those locations. And, of course, I'm sure they would let some more folks into the friendly competition. But a great cause. Megan is a great supporter of the animal shelter, and we hope that you can maybe drop by some food off at either of those locations. Or, hey, you can support all of them. It would be great, too. It is indeed a part of life if you live here in eastern Kentucky. I can remember going through it a couple of times as a young child, and many do it more times than they would wish. Flash flooding. We experience it every year. Sometimes it's widespread. Sometimes it's isolated. It destroys crops, property, it gets into homes, as it did yesterday here in McGoffin County. And it was so strange today going up Half Mountain Road to see how it can be so different for individuals. For example, some residents on Half Mountain told me they had never seen a flood as bad as yesterday, while one that I spoke with just a short distance up the road said that it was indeed the second worst flooding that they had ever seen on Half Mountain in McGoffin County, with yesterday's flooding only being compared to, and paling in comparison, remind you, to the Memorial Day 2005 flooding.
The Memorial flood, which Hawk Collins, or Papa, was still alive, and he was in his 80s, and he's lived here all his life because there used to be a old two-story white house sit over there where that well box is, and he said he'd never seen water ever cut this driveway. It got 14 inches in here, and I had a trailer set right there where that pole is, and I got 26 inches in it. And then that flood, my brother's trailer, he lost all underpinning, all insulation, air unit, but it didn't get his floors or walls.
And as for yesterday's flood, everything was completely normal. One moment, and then less than 30 minutes later, everything changed, as over 2 inches of rain came bearing down on this portion of McGoffin County, overflowing creeks, culverts, overtaking roads. And for Rose's parents, Jackie and Wanda Jordan, their house saw floodwaters for the second time.
With the time the rain fell and the creek started coming up, it already looked like the creek was in the yard, but the creek wasn't up yet from all the runoff from the downpour. Yeah. And then when the creek started coming up, it was just like you could look at this spot and then go look at that spot and then come back to this one, and the water was way over here. Within 20 minutes time, we was going out of here to get out while we could.
Another point of reference, that concrete block marks the spot. That's how high waters got.
4 or 5 inches inside. It's was soaked up. Couches, the furniture was soaked up, carpet, flooring, stuff that's down low. All that's it's wet, destroyed.
And a day after, now they're left with the daunting task of trying to clean up and salvage what they can. Inches of mud and muck and water damage left behind, and with some hopes of some help possibly on its way.
We was told to call our county judge's office, Doc Carton, to see about assistance, and they told us to take and call Red Cross. So I spoke with Red Cross down there in Lexington, and they just called a few minutes ago. A group did from Pikeville, wanting to know exactly where we was located at with the address and stuff, because they was leaving Pikeville about 10 minutes ago, headed this way. So we got that much help coming, and then just got to go from there.
The Jordans obviously not the only ones affected too, and I got so many photographs and so much video was shared, and here you can see someone's propane tank had lifted off, and I think at this point they had it strapped down to their porch to keep it from going anywhere else. But roads, bridges, culverts washed out, and a lot of folks are going to be having to make repairs for a long, long time to come. And that might be just before the next big storm decides to hit. And I do wish to say a special thanks to all those who have shared so many pictures like these with us, and a lot of video, for a lot of which you can go to my Facebook page and see them there. And one of which, and it was about 10 minutes long, and I just could not get it to download to show on the program tonight. But if you go there and watch it, Ricky Mullins had posted it, and it was about a 10-minute video, and it showed in real time just how quick the waters were rising and sweeping down parts of Half Mountain and McGoffin County. I've got a call in to find out more, but at this hour I can tell you that a McGoffin County man was served with an indictment warrant night before last, I believe it was. Sayersville police officer Jeremiah Watson executing the arrest warrant out of Wolfe County on a man facing serious charges and still being held under a very significant bond. Officer Watson had gone to assist the Kentucky State Police investigating a drug complaint on Long Branch off of 460 West. And they went to the residence. They didn't find any drugs, but they found another individual, Jeremy Arnott, 35, with a Sagersville address. And after running his information through the system, it was determined that he had an outstanding warrant out of Wolfe County for charges of possession of a controlled substance in the 3rd degree, tampering with physical evidence, burglary in the 3rd degree, and theft by unlawful taking. By themselves, for face value, serious charges, but there appears to be more to them, as the arrest citation indictment warrant also carried attached to it a $45,000 cash bond for Arnott, ordered in his name. He was lodged in the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center. He's still there at this hour, or was at least an hour ago at last report. We're still trying to research the charges and the indictment warrant itself to find out more. But for now, Arnott remains lodged in the Big Sandy jail, facing a $45,000 cash bond. I'll be right back. To get high-speed internet on their state-of-the-art fiber optic network for all of your home and business solutions, or to watch TV without a contract on over 200 digital channels with superb quality, or stay connected with family and friends with 24/7 telephone service you can always depend on, contact Foothills Broadband today. Or just click on their link to the right to find out how they're working to provide the latest in communications at affordable prices with exceptional service at Foothills Broadband. Just in and just perfectly priced at Gateway Motors, this 2012 Nissan Rogue all-wheel drive. And this 2012 Ford Fusion, only $7,900. This 2011 Chevy Cruze, loaded up, $8,900. And it's a push-pull drag sale going on right now, which means however you can get it in, it's guaranteed to be worth at least $1,000. On this 2010 Nissan Sentra, priced at $7,900, or this 2011 Impala LT, priced under $8,000, and most payments under $200 a month. Come and check out Gateway Motors in Sagersville, 349 cars. Livers or gizzards, gizzards or livers. Or you can have both, and you can have them any day of the week, or you can have them for under $5 when they're Friday special at your Sagersville Lee's Famous Recipe. On Fridays, get a liver or gizzard or liver and gizzard dinner for only $4.59, $3.99 after 4 o'clock. Only at your Sagersville Lee's Famous Recipe. Yes, Logan makes the best truck bodies on the market, and they also have a fully stocked warehouse of dump body parts, PTOs, hydraulic pumps, hoists, anything you need to get back on the road. And they are a full-service steel and aluminum service center. They keep I-beam, channel, angle, pipe, round rod, rebar, expanded metal, sheet metal, and aluminum all in stock. And if you've got a big project, they do commercial manufacturing to your specs. Logan, since 1904. Wanting you to have a healthier life means providing access to quality, affordable health care. And to do exactly that, Hope Family Medical Center offers full dental care with Dr. Pratt and his team, a pediatrician team of 3 doctors and nurses and moms, complete health care by family physician Dr. Kelly Pratt and nurse practitioners Mildred Sizemore, Gail Faria, Shannon Conley, and Heather Blair. Behavioral health services with Kimberly Davis, with in-house lab testing and results, in-house x-ray and pharmacy, and all the caring, knowledge, and experience that these medical professionals represent
at Hope Family Medical Center.
I'm attorney Don McFarland. We all know that times are hard, jobs are scarce. Most people that I know are struggling to support their families and make it through each day. Now imagine that you get seriously hurt while working on the job, and the insurance company for your employer refuses to pay wages and benefits while you are injured and cannot afford to pay medical expenses, household bills, and put food on the table to support your family. I can help. If you are being wrongfully denied workers' compensation benefits that you rightfully deserve, then give me a call and let me go to work for you. 349-9000.
Did not faze them at all today, as they were recognizing World Elder Abuse Day with a ceremonial lap around the Ramey Park with a balloon liftoff, and with a lot of information to pass along in regards to reducing the number of our cherished and older members of the community who become victims of elder abuse. and former Kentucky State Police Trooper, pastor, state representative John Blanton, for all of those reasons, is very well aware of the many types of abuse and the importance of telling someone about it when you discover it.
Today is a day we make people aware of things that oftentimes they don't recognize as elder abuse. When we think of elder abuse, we think of things like physical abuse, where somebody shows marks or bruising or whatever it may be, or even malnutrition. But there's other things as well. There's emotional abuse, there's sexual abuse, there's financial abuse, and second probably to physical abuse is financial abuse. From scammers that's calling in, trying to get them to send money or iTunes cards. But also, it could even be, and we see it a lot in the summertime, especially after storms. Maybe somebody comes in to do some work. Maybe it's repair a roof or a gutter or even hang a cabinet. And they go in and they do a halfway job and they collect their money and they leave and they take abuse. They prey upon our elderly. So we as citizens have to be aware of these things, and we have to watch out for our elderly, whether it's our family, whether it's our neighbor. And if we know or we suspect something's going on, we need to contact the local law enforcement, the state police, the social service. Somebody needs to know that they can check on these elderly. And so today being the Awareness Day, let's become aware. Let's find the things that let's study and look for the things that we need to know about elder abuse, so we can protect our most vulnerable citizens, and that's our elderly. And that's what today is all about. That's what this proclamation that I signed today is to simply make us aware of elder abuse that's taking place in our communities and throughout the world, actually.
And folks representing the Montgomery County Health Department, our Senior Citizen Center, the Sagersville Nursing and Rehabilitation, other senior facilities, community advocates, the Sheriff's Department, Cornerstone Senior Service, DPP, Big Sandy Ad, and many, many others. We're all there today to help support this awareness campaign, which our own Montgomery County Senior Citizen Director Marlene Howard, who is also a member of the Big Sandy Elder Maltreatment Council, understands all too well the importance of.
Just to bring awareness to people about elder maltreatment and to try to get more people involved and report elder maltreatment, because a lot of it is family members. And with my experience, our seniors are not going to report. They don't want to get their loved ones in trouble, so they're not going to report that they're being mistreated. Financial is a big abuse, family members taking their check. We've had seniors that's been put in the nursing home, and then the family member will get them out of the nursing home and live with them because they have no income and they're using their Social Security check to live on, not giving them much care at all, just using them.
And just as Representative Blanton said, Marlene too could not stress enough how important it is to report any form of elder abuse, regardless of who it may involve.
There's a 1-800 number to call to report it. Anybody can call the Senior Center. They can call the Big Sandy Ad, the Ombudsman. You can go online. If you don't want to talk to a person, you can go online and report abuse at kentucky.gov.
And lastly, with the ceremonial liftoff of balloons, that abuse hotline is toll-free, and it's 877-597-2331. More headlines in a moment. Right now, announcements per your McGoffin Farm Bureau community calendar, and it starts with a birthday. Happy 8th birthday to Angela Slusher. It says, to my niece, wish her a happy birthday from her bubby Jason. There you go. Happy 8th birthday, Angela Slusher. Remember, this is your invitation, kids, to come board the treasure ship. Board the Alpha and Omega. It's Vacation Bible School at the Sagersville Church of Christ. It's this Saturday. They'll start at 10 that morning, and it'll go all the way till 5 o'clock. And this is your invitation to join them for Vacation Bible School. Everyone's welcome at Sagersville Church of Christ. And next week, the Water into Wine Food Pantry will be distributing on 2 days. Their Senior Day. Oh, I got mine out of order. Let me back that up. The McGoffin County-wide cleanup continues this week for District 2 residents. Next week, it's District 3. If you have any questions, call the judge's office at 349-2013. And the citywide cleanup is ongoing the rest of this week as well. And they'll also kind of come back and get any areas that they might have missed next week as well. But if you can, and you live in the city, if you can get those items out tomorrow, if you haven't already, they will pick them up. Now, back to what I was saying. The Water into Wine Food Pantry has their Senior Day set for this coming Tuesday, next Tuesday, 8:30 to noon. The regular distribution day for everyone else or seniors who may have missed Tuesday is Wednesday of next week, 8:30 to 3:30, and they'll take a break for lunch in there in the middle from 11:30 till 12:30. And if you are picking up something for someone else, you must have a note signed by them and dated and have the other person's card. They have to enforce that, but they just want to make sure you have plenty of notice. McGoffin County High School graduating class of 82 celebrating their 35th reunion June the 24th, 5 o'clock. A big cookout in the Ramey Park. Bring the kids, bring the family. It's $10 per person, $15 per couple. Carol Scott Hall, P.O. Box 3 is where you can mail your payment. They would like to have that in hand by today or tomorrow, if at all possible. So if you haven't already, make arrangements. You can contact Carol on Facebook and find out more. And the deadline, one more reminder, to apply for Camp Unite is the 30th of this month. It's for middle school students, 6th, 7th, and 8th grades. Last year, you can pick up an application during the day at the Harold Whitaker Middle School. And lastly, for this Thursday's announcements, brought to you by the McGoffin County Funeral Home obituary listings, one listing tonight, and it's a reminder of services that begin tomorrow morning at 11 in honor of 73-year-old Josephine Gardner Bays of Sagersville, preceded in death by her husband Dennis, but survived by a son Danny Joe and a daughter Dana Banks. Visitation the rest of this evening. Services once again start tomorrow morning at 11, all from the Sagersville Funeral Home.
Hi, I'm Attorney Jeff Lovely. At my law office, we're determined to offer you and your family outstanding, cost-effective, and responsive legal services. I can help you if you've been injured in a car wreck. I'll be in your corner if you have a DUI or other criminal charges. To file bankruptcy and stop those harassing phone calls, or I'll fight for you and your children in divorce and custody cases. For all your legal services, contact me when it matters. In Sayersville at 349-4522 and West Liberty at 743-1965.
If you're needing some of those summer items to mow, to till, to weed eat, to swim, to grill with, you can get them at Parkway Gun and Pawn. And you can also get some cash to enjoy some things this summer. They'll loan you cash in just about anything of value. That's right. Parkway Gun and Pawn. Guns, jewelry, electronics, and more. 349 Pawn. Much more than diesel specialist, Black Smoke Performance is turning out excellent auto body collision paint and repair results with free quotes and estimates on everything from insurance jobs to that ding you got in the driveway. Custom lift kits, bed liners, winches, and accessories, and full diagnostics and repair on anything gas or diesel, from brakes to fluid changes to major auto repair. If you want it fixed, lifted, painted, customized, or just maintained, just call on the team at Black Smoke Performance in Dixie of Sagersville, 100 May Drive, or 349-8785.
Want a big screen but don't want to have to fumble around with a big bulky phone? Then the LG G6 from Appalachian Wireless is exactly what you've been looking for. A regular size phone with more screen and less border. And while this phone was built to hold, it was also built to resist dust and water. Get the brand new LG G6 for the introductory price of $49.99 with a 2-year agreement. That's $50 off the regular price. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless, an East Kentucky network company.
'Tis the season, as they say, with wedding and baby registry at the seasonal shop. And as always, an endless selection of new summer shades and styles and sizes for everyone, from design houses of Charlie Page and Mud Pie with all the matching accessories to go along with them. Shoes, jewelry, hats, bags, scarves, and more. And new arrivals weekly with free local delivery. All from Fraser's Prater Drugs seasonal shop in downtown Sagersville. mobile banking app at Sayersville National, we're always working to make your life a little easier, and our mobile deposit feature gives you more freedom and more time to do what you love the most. Just open the app, confirm the amount, and click. You're done. A safe, no-hassle way to manage your money from anywhere in the... Well, you get the drift. Now get the app at Sayersville National Bank, 349-3131. Parkway Pharmacy, now open earlier from 8 a.m. until 6 in the evening to better suit your schedule and lifestyle, and to help you get better and live a healthier life. And if allergies are bogging you down, they're armed with the very best in over-the-counter relief for adults and your children. Reach owner pharmacist Jesse Rudd and his assistant pharmacist Megan Castle and their staff at 8 o'clock in the mornings or at 349-4400. Now for a quick check-in on the end of the 4-day and first annual Lady Hornet Basketball Summer Skills Camp, as was hosted by Coach Doug Green. They averaged dozens of kids, very competitive young people, all week long for a very successful event that Green says he is looking forward to building on, not just in respect to having another camp, maybe even this year, but certainly next, but as well as building a brighter future for these kids. Beginning his second season as head coach of the Lady Hornet program, Coach Doug Green completing now his first summer skills camp, in which they're already working towards another, maybe even one before what will be the second annual next year after a great success today. Averaging 40 to 50 kids a day, every day this week thus far. It all wrapped up today with he and the kids all much better off.
We have had an excellent week. The kids are so competitive. It's just been really good. We run a really good fundamental camp here and had several kids come out. We're up in the 50s right now. This has been the first year. We look to do it again next year. Hope it's a lot bigger and better, and we're a little more prepared. But the kids done excellent and worked real hard for us. You know, getting up at 7:30, 6:30, and get out here and work. Very good for them. We want to get the programs up and running and get them from the first grade on up. We want to get them everybody involved. So our goal this year was to start camps, getting fundamentals brought, and teaching them so we can work with them throughout the years. Hopefully that's what we'll be able to do, and maybe put on another camp here in the very near future, maybe to work with that. And we're just hoping to get the fundamentals out and let them be able to get working on them to get ready for next year's ball.
It's already shaping up to be an exciting high school basketball season, and we're just 2 weeks into the summer months. And speaking of summer, we've got more of it staring us right in the face, per your Licking Valley RECC forecast. I topped out at 91 today. That's what it says, and I'm still there if you're catching the early show. We'll fall to about 65 tonight. It's going to be a warmer evening. Mostly cloudy skies. Even though we've seen some sun here, we've seen some partly cloudy skies, but mostly cloudy, I think, overnight. Can't rule out a 40% chance of showers either. In fact, right around the 6 o'clock hour, well, about 6:15, this latest update, a few showers and a few thunderstorms are sparking up in Morgan County that some of us, too, will have to deal with. Hopefully not big enough, and don't expect them to be big enough to cause any problems as we saw yesterday. But nevertheless, it is a pattern that is going to take a break for a little while, but then pick back up on the latter half of your weekend. The break will begin, for the most part, tomorrow. We still do have a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, but that's the least chance that we've had for days. Otherwise, we'll see some patchy fog at the onset of your Friday, mostly sunny, and mid-80s, right around 86 degrees under partly sunny skies. Can't rule out some showers, just not a great chance, and no chance right now in the forecast on Saturday, but watch temperature spike, getting close to 90 again for your Saturday. Some more of that fog in the a.m., but mostly sunny and clear and hot. 88, partly cloudy that night. I think Saturday will remain dry. Sunday, not so much. Fog in the morning on the latter half of your weekend, showers and thunderstorms to the tune of about a 50% chance, mainly after anytime at around 8 o'clock in the morning on your Sunday, and then we'll see most certainty of some showers and storms. I think definitely some showers roll through on Sunday night. And Monday, showers again likely, and we got a cold front coming. Puts us back down into the upper 70s just by a tick or two. 79, 59 for your daytime high and low on Monday, but showers likely again, and some thunderstorms possibly and maybe even expected. Low 80s on your Tuesday, as we'll clear up after that front clears out. And then we've got a few clear days next week. Tuesday, 81, sunny and clear. Wednesday, sunny and 84. Maybe even Thursday, another sunny, clear day in the low 80s. So with that very deservedly calmer forecast, even though storms are going to fire back up, I'll leave you for the evening. We'll have more on your weather and more news, just like tonight, that you're just not going to see anywhere else. We hope that you'll join us then. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday, and thanks for watching.